Hey guys, I'm Rosita. I am a vocal and language coach, meaning not only do I teach people how to speak in different languages, I also teach people how to sing in them as well. If you're looking to improve your public speaking skills, communicate more effectively in a new language, or take your singing to the next level, then please check out my channel. I am dedicated to helping my students, my clients, bridge the language barrier gap and improve your relationships with your audience, your clients, your patients, your students, etc., and more by unlocking the power of your voice in different languages. So please be sure to check out my channel. In this video, I do want to talk about singing those higher pitches. I've been getting a lot of inquiries about how they get vocal fatigued when trying to hit those higher notes. And when I do hear them, is they're shouting. And shouting those higher notes is what's going to hold you back from your full singing potential in the higher part of your voice. So I just want to give you guys three tips to stop shouting to hit those high pitches. So one of those tips is don't spread your vowels. So shouting actually has less to do with volume than it does with resonance placement. When a singer yells, their mouth spreads. This means that we are using our mouth as a resonator. Try watching yourself in the mirror and check whether you are widening your mouth or not. And if you are, then drop the jaw. Do the opposite. So rather than doing go. Did you guys hear the difference? Tip number 2, develop high range independence. What on earth does that mean? So singers who habitually shout for high notes, they typically can't start directly on high notes, especially softly. They'll have to ramp up the pitch by scooping from the lower part of their range. And when this happens, the muscles inside your larynx, also known as your voice box, should reconfigure themselves for higher notes. But they often can't because the singer is using too much force to get those notes. In other words, shouting prevents the proper development of the muscles that is needed to hit those high notes. And lastly, number 3, use your chest voice properly. So in the previous point, your voice is supposed to reconfigure itself when going from one part of your range to another. Now, if we are unable to use our chest register or sing our lower notes properly, then the change needed for the high notes, like transition to your head voice, it will not occur. Instead, your voice will try to push your chest voice higher and higher and higher. And that can lead to certain problems. Not only will it lead to strain and tension, but it can cause vocal damage. So the higher you go, soften your voice. So please don't let your voice get too heavy and too loud when singing the lower notes, because you'll be surprised how much easier your voice can ascend when you remove that effort, when you soften more your voice without losing that energy. the majority of this video, I've been telling you to loosen up, lighten up, right? So what about vocal power, right? What about the vocal energy? This is where vocal technique comes in. So with focusing on your breath once again, or specifically with your breath support, your voice, as we lighten up your voice, it can go higher with ease. And since singing higher requires more breath support, on the highest note, we want to pull our stomach in just a little bit faster, but not all the way in, just for that initial high note, and then you're going to then consistently keep pulling to maintain that breath support. So when done properly, you'll be able to sing those higher notes with ease. It does not require a forceful attack to sound strong, to hit those high notes. All right, guys, that will conclude this quick singing tip here. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like, give it a share, and until next time, I shall see you on my channel. Bye, everyone.